What is up, guys? It is Bob Blabla, and today I want to talk about the new Sitrep Pro buff. So if you don't use Sitrep, I'm going to go into what Sitrep does and what Dead Silence do. For those of you who don't use headsets, you probably don't understand the power of Dead Silence and Sitrep Pro. Basically with a headset, guys, especially in modes like this is 2v2 face-off, 1v1, S&D, game modes like that where there's not always tons of people running around shooting each other, you can hear almost everything going on. And if someone's not here wearing Dead Silence, you can hear them from a mile away and you can kill them. It is awesome. The advantage a good headset gives you is amazing. I use Turtle Beach PX5s. I can hear people all over the place in game modes like this. Domination, not as big of a deal, but even like Team Deathmatch, I can hear people all over the place. So in the past, Sitrep Pro, the Pro version of the perk, would allow you to hear people and amplify other people's footsteps. However, Dead Silence 100% negated that. So if someone was wearing Dead Silence, they'd be able to sneak up on you with no problem at all. So really, Dead Silence or Sitrep Pro was still awesome, but it had a big disadvantage to Dead Silence. The advantage of Dead Silence is nobody can hear you. At least that's how it used to be. So in this latest patch that just came out, they have buffed Sitrep Pro, and now what happens is you can hear people with Dead Silence. It's a huge deal, guys. That means you can hear everybody. Nobody can hide from you now, and that makes Sitrep Pro a much more viable option. So I've been doing a lot of testing. I've been going back and forth between Sitrep Pro and Dead Silence, playing a lot in the 2v2 playlist where sound really matters to see which one's more important and which one you should use. Now, the first thing, in my private match testing, for sure it works. Sitrep Pro can definitely, you can definitely hear Dead Silence users from far away. Dead Silence is basically worthless against Sitrep Pro now. So here's the deal, guys. It really depends on your playstyle. For me, I believe Dead Silence is still the way to go, and let me explain why. Dead Silence gives you a benefit against every player not using Sitrep Pro. That's a lot of players. In fact, if you could jump into a 2v2, chances are nobody's using Sitrep Pro, which means Dead Silence is still going to be a big advantage for you. On the other hand, if you are, say, using Sitrep Pro, you can now hear everybody, which is a good thing, but everybody can hear you, and that's a big deal. Nobody wants that, and that means even if they're not using Sitrep Pro, they'll be able to sound whore you. So when I weighed those benefits, and like I said, I've been playing with them a lot, for me it came out better to use Dead Silence. Now there's another thing to think about, guys, is when you're playing in a game like this, what happens is if you're using Sitrep Pro, not only can everyone hear you, but if you're a rusher, that's a really big deal. So as a rusher, for someone like me who likes to play aggressively, being silent's huge. Being able to run as fast as I can into a group of people and have them not know I'm coming is gigantic. If you're sitting back against rushers using Dead Silence, guess what? Sitrep Pro is now amazing. In fact, I would say Sitrep Pro is an absolutely incredible camping tool. If you think about it, let's say I'm head glitching or covering an area, to have the ability to now hear anyone coming at me, that's huge. I mean, I'm going to be able to get anyone basically who's rushing. I personally think Sitrep Pro is a camping tool because once again, if I'm rushing hard and I'm using Sitrep Pro, everyone's going to hear me. Now I'll be able to hear them, but if they're camping, they're going to hear me coming from miles away if they have a headset. The great thing about Dead Silence, except for those extremely few people who use Sitrep Pro, I'm going to have the jump on everybody else. Now, what I've done is I've got two classes now. I've got one class that starts out with Sitrep Pro and one class that starts out with Dead Silence. So if I know if I get into a lobby of, let's say, 2v2 and someone else is using Dead Silence and it's bugging me, I can always switch to Sitrep Pro. Or, conversely, I can use Specialist and have them both, have Dead Silence and or Sitrep Pro be my first unlock. But for rushers, Dead Silence is still way better. I don't see, except for the rare exception where you have someone running Sitrep Pro, that's the only time it's going to hurt you, and Sitrep Pro is freaking hard to get. Very few people have it, so I'm just not too worried about people with Sitrep Pro. Now, in S&D, it is going to come up. You're going to run in people who are going to camp with Sitrep Pro, and I think it sucks. I think it's horrible. Sitrep Pro will now allow you to camp an area and hear anybody. No one will ever be able to sneak up on you if you have a good headset, and to me that's kind of annoying. I like the ability to be able to rush in and kill people and just destroy the hell out of them. I've always felt like Dead Silence is a tool for rushers, because if you're a camper and you're head glitching and sitting in one place, you don't need to be quiet, right? You can be as loud as you want. So I don't know. I think that overall I don't like the buff. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. I really liked it before where you had that level of science. You could play super aggressive. You could be in attack mode an entire game, and I never have to worry about people sound whoring the hell out of you. But I know that's just my opinion. A lot of people felt like sound whoring was overpowered, or I'm sorry, the opposite, stealth was overpowered. Being able to rush in and not be seen was overpowered. It's just something I personally disagree with. But at the end of the day, that's an opinion. So let me know in the comments what you think of this change. Actually, you know what I want to know? How many of you guys have Sitrep Pro? I have it. I love it. I use it a lot in my specialist package. But let me know, because I really don't think, I almost never see it in a game. So you guys, let me know if you have Sitrep Pro unlocked, because I know most people don't, because it is a total pain to unlock. And really, that's it for the video, guys. So once again, my recommendation, if you're a rusher, use Dead Silence. Still use it. It's the best. And if you're more of a defensive player, that's where I think Sitrep Pro comes in handy, because you'll now be able to hear even those Dead Silence guys are not going to be able to sneak up on you anymore, and you'll get the jump on them. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button, and I'll talk to you later. Take it easy.